Fremont Street. It is Party Central, as always, here in downtown Las Vegas, Nevada. And on this video, we'll talk to you about the good stuff, the bad stuff, and other issues. Like I said, the main issues is make sure your valuables is protected here. Sometimes it can be elbow-to-elbow people here, so be very careful when you walk up and down the Fremont experience, but mostly Fremont Street from the plaza all the way down to the Container Park. That's where we're going to end this video. Start this edit video up here on Main Street, up here at the plaza. Nice classic hotel. Brian Christopher Slots is over that way if you want to play Brian Christopher Slots in that direction. Has the carousel bar and pink donuts. We have a video on that, about that too. Currently at this level, standing next to the Golden Gate Hotel and Casino. And inside the casino they have displays of the oldest slot machines and the very first telephone being used. And yes, that is the old classic rooms. And yes, we do see them open once in a while. In fact, there's one open right now, just down a little ways. As you see, we're going to see a lot of entertainers up and down Fremont Street. There's a lot of gorillas on the loose here and that. But over here, we're looking at the Circa. This is the newest hotel that was built from the ground up. And it's supposed to have the best pool in Vegas called Stadium Swim, right? Yeah. And that, so, and yes, there's a lot of good stuff here, a lot of good shops and stores. It's known for its antique bartenders here at the Circa, over at the Golden Gate, and down the street at the D's. But there's one right there, dancing on the bar. Right there on the bar, dancing away. Entertainment for stage entertainment. There's 3 stages for entertainment. We got one behind me. One there. And the other one is down there between the D's and Fort Queens. We'll get you down there in a little bit. Okay, guys, you're going to see places to sit, those bars there at the Binions. There's one over here underneath at the Golden Nugget. There's the seats right there. There's one at the Four Queens, and I think Fremont has one too. Fremont Casino. Do not sit in those bars if you're not actively drinking. That is a no-no. That's for paying customers only. Order your drinks from the bar next to the patio, or have a bartender serve you. Some places has a 1-drink minimum, some places has a 2-drink minimum. Be aware of the drink minimums here in Las Vegas if you want to sit in one of those patio bars. Corrected, it's something called Girl Up Cantina, and there's only like 4 seats, or more, probably 4 seats. I don't really pay attention to this bar right here, but there's at least 4 seats, and you must be a paying customer to sit in one of them. This is the world's famous Casino Center in Fremont. You see this intersection on movies, TVs, but you have to cross the street with the light. Use the crosswalk light. I have heard, oh, by the way, there's the Binions and there's Golden Nugget. But yeah, use the crosswalk light, because once you see that flashing, you cannot cross or go solid. You cannot cross. Many people got hurt or killed crossing these streets. That's called jaywalking. They take it seriously here. Like I said, you're going to see entertainers like showgirls here and entertainers over there. There's a lot of people filming over there. Maybe a live streamer too. I can't tell who's performing in there. In that circle, yes, we'll talk about the entertainers here in a second on the next clip. Because we see this gorilla all the time here on Fremont Street. The entertainers on these, you see the black circle right there? the entertainers must be staying within that circle. And they go for a lottery system. Fremont has a lottery system for those circles. And you're going to see circles that has a red mark. I'll show this one right over there that has a sign saying it's closed. But they must perform in an open circle. And they got to win the lottery to perform in that. And they're limited time what they do there. So they have to win a lottery. They have to sign up for a lottery. Yep. Yep. Yeah, just see this arcade right here behind us. This district opened recently, just like a few months ago, and it used to be like as a history of a movie house to it was an Indian artifact store. Our first two businesses, it was closed because they had a fire. Since they renovated it, now it's an arcade. It's been the hottest place here in Fremont if you like those ball games and ticket redemption games. Okay guys, if you notice in our recent live streams up and down Fremont Street, you notice that people is holding drinks. Yes, you can legally drink, just like on the Strip. You can legally hold a drink. The difference between Fremont and the Strip is, the Strip telling you can carry a can of beer up and down the Strip. As far as I've seen it all the time. But here on Fremont, they're supposed to have no cans, no glass bottles, but I have seen people holding a can of beer, and yes, I admitted I'm one of those guilty people that broke that rule. Now, they only enforce that rule. Now, glass bottles is definitely a no-no here in Fremont. The liquor stores will sell you the beer, but they have to keep it in sealed bags. At least it's supposed to be designed to take it to your hotel room or home. But people will break that rule. And sometimes, all depends on local law enforcement. They can stop you from drinking that alcohol. They'll make you dump it out, or they'll make you pour it in a plastic glass. So be aware of that situation too. Like I said, some days they will not enforce the can rule, but they will definitely enforce the glass bottle rule. So be aware of that. In other words, if you're not for sure, don't do it. You gotta get familiar with the locals, how they do it. But if you're not for sure, my advice is don't do it. Okay, here's another rule that they will enforce is if you're caught sitting down on the road or street, unless you're a performer, you can allow to sit in that circle. But if you're a regular person sitting down or laying down, you will be escorted off the Fremont Street Experience. Sometimes it's a 24-hour ban, or just the rest of the night. Now, there's a rule, a controversial rule recently passed here on Las Vegas, just like on the Strip. Remember I told you the other day, no photo shoots or stopping traffic on the footbridges? Well, here on Fremont, if you're caught in a violent act, arguing, fighting, verbal, anything that can get you not just kicked off of Fremont, but you could be banned from Fremont Street Experience anywhere from 6 months to a year. That's just to take it, that's just to keep you out of jail. But if the jail is included, unfortunately, it may happen to most people. you don't get just the jail time, you'll also receive a 1-year ban on top of that. So be aware, if you're going to come to Las Vegas on Fremont Street, you're here to have fun, don't pick a fight. Right now you're looking at the main entertainment purpose is Slotzilla, as we're lucky we got the zip line that's going down, if I can keep it on camera. Right down to the canopy. That goes only a couple blocks. Where the slot windows are up there, where it's spinning, those as a Superman flight, they go the entire length of the Fremont Street experience from there up to the plaza. We're inside what they call the Neapolitan room, if I call it correctly, in that it's a quiet, secluded area. Hardly nobody knows about this. It is available. A lot of tourists don't even know about this. We're up here on the second level, up here next to Cat's Meow. Cat's Meow is a karaoke bar up here, very popular with the locals. Maybe some tourists will try their luck in karaoke. No, I'm not going to go sing for you guys on this one and that. But the lower level where we came up from is on street level, and that's where most of the other stuff is at, located. You're looking straight ahead is Hangover Harry's. It's a spin-off restaurant and bar and grill from Dick's Last Resort. And there's many over in that corner back there. If I try to get to it, is not to get to it, but there's a go-kart track. It's a small go-kart track. If you're being frustrated, you can throw axes in here at targets. And there was one time you could destroy something. Just spend about $30. You can destroy anything you want. Oh, by the way, there's a Denny's. You're going to see this Denny's on Fremont Street. And you're going to see Dirt Dog on the other entrance. We'll show that on the way out of here. Level upstairs, it is supposed to be a smash burger place. But sometimes that is open. Watch for the business hours. Sometimes they are open. But most of the time, during this week when we're here, it was closed most of the time anyway. So be aware of the hours at most of these stores. But most of them are open. They're open every day a week. Just be aware of the hours. Vegas is known as its wedding chapels. There's like 2 of them here. One for renewals or for the heck of it. But there's some legal ones too. But yeah, there is arcades and game rooms up here. And you can just come here and have fun. If you want to have fun, there's also a bowling alley somewhere on the premises here too. So you can bowl that perfect game if you want to. We're making our way down back on street level. There's also a below level for parking elevators. There's like 1, 2, 3 levels. 3rd level doesn't have a whole lot of businesses. And that you also got gift shops here and all that stuff. I'll be talking about gift shops and good places to eat here on Fremont Street Experience, up and down Fremont in general, from the plaza down to Container Park. This general area up right here, we're supposed to be adding on to this in the future, but I have not seen any definite plans from local news talking about it and all that stuff. Stay tuned for your true Vegas content creators. They'll let you know what's going on with this building, inside and out. But it is a nice, quiet, secluded zone from the craziness of Fremont Street Experience. As you notice, there's a high concentration of casinos. When we walked through, you had the D's, you had the Four Queens, you had the Fremont, you had Binions, you had Golden Nugget, you had Golden Gate, you had the Circa, the Plaza. But to the north, you have Main Street Station, California, and the Grand, and that. And if you see that sign of Golden Strike as a hotel casino, that's not a casino. Reason it still has a casino sign up, because there's a rule in Vegas that all signs must maintain its authentic original look. You can change the wording, the lettering, but the main sign has to be authentic the way it was installed the day when both buildings were built. Right Right here is one of probably the most biggest gimmick restaurants and maybe the most unhealthiest restaurants. And you see me weigh myself on a scale back there. As you notice, anybody who weighs 350 pounds or more gets to eat free at the Heart Attack Grill. Yes, Lynn, I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm 25 pounds shy of eating free at the Heart Attack Grill. Oh, by the way, they cook everything in lard and all that stuff. High-fat meats, high calories. It has the highest calorie burger known to man, and they call it whatever. It's a bypass burger of some kind. It'll bypass anything. But if you don't finish your meal, they will spank you. How about that? We're on the corner of Fremont Street Experience and Las Vegas Boulevard. Las Vegas Boulevard takes you south to the Strip, which is in that direction, or it takes you north to get you out of town quicker. We're entering the Fremont East District. This has the highest concentration of bars, restaurants, and other stuff here on Fremont Street. When we get out of the noise zone, we'll talk about all the eats you find from Container Park to the plaza. It also includes the Grand and Casino California and the Main Street Station casinos. You see that across the way over there, there is Container Park. It has the praying mantis with open flames. We saw flames shooting earlier. Now we got in here with the camera. I bet you they won't go. Okay, let's just keep this rolling then. Okay, best places to eat from Container Park and all the way up to the plaza. This includes, if you go off the side to the north, it includes Main Street Station, the Grand Casino, and the California. There's a lot of cheap eats they offer. The Main Street Station offers the only buffet in downtown. And we had it the other day off camera. It was good. They said next time we come in and bring our cameras in, so we'll consider that on the next visit. And that. Since we walked past Evil Pie, it was off camera. We have a video on one of the pizza slices earlier on our trip. That's worth to check out, Evil Pie. And that they said there's a big pizza debate, but to me, there is no debate. For me, Evil Pie is probably the best place to get a sliced pizza and an ale. You get a slice of cheese pizza for an ale, as of this video, for $8. You can't beat that. The beer by itself is probably $8 in that. So there's some good cheap eats. The Grand offers a hot dog and a Pepsi Blue Ribbon for about $3. That's cash only. That is, unfortunately, I missed out on that deal. Because you know why I missed out on that deal? I was vlogging. Okay, walking up and down from Container Park to the plaza. If you walk it literally straight, if you walk straight without zigzagging, which is impossible on Fremont Street, it'll take you only a few minutes. Probably not even 15 minutes, probably less than 15 minutes. But then you gotta watch your crosswalks, because do not go against the crosswalks here in downtown, just like on the Strip. Don't be caught jaywalking in that. The places to stay, the hotel casinos, most of them do charge a resort fee, except for the Four Queens. As far as I know, Four Queens is the only one, as far as I know. Unless I get corrected by a Vegas local on this video, as far as I know, it's the Four Queens, has no resort fees. Everything else has resort fees and all that. Correct. This building over here behind us is part of the El Cortez parking garage. And there is free parking here, but you have to be a hotel guest and a higher tier player. Otherwise, they charge like $10 for 24 hours. So if you want to save yourself $10, always when you come out to any casinos, including up and down Fremont Street and the Strip, always sign up for the Players Club card, because you might just get that upper tier player level really quick based on your play. It's only based on your play. You will get reduced or free parking. So always take advantage of those deals if you can. And like I said, a lot of cheap eats. And there's some good steakhouses up here too on Fremont. They said there's a lot of steakhouses. There's a lot of steakhouses up and down the strip in Bay. And that I didn't talk about the steakhouses on the strip. The strip had a few. Up here you saw Oscar's Steakhouse. It was underneath the carousel. It was above the carousel bar. Here's a little fun fact about Oscar's. That glass roof you saw earlier in this video, that used to be a swimming pool, a roulette swimming pool at one time when the place opened up. There is old photos on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, or just research it. You will see the old swimming pool. It looks like a roulette wheel. That was back in the day before they turned it to Oscar Steakhouse. And it's one of the top-rated steakhouses in Vegas. There's other top-rated steakhouses. If it is Vegas local or you visit Vegas, name your favorite steakhouse here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Behind me is the container park that has this praying mantis that is flaming up until he shoots the flames. I hope they do it in this video clip shortly. Container Park has known for its gift shops, restaurants, and some of the bars. And yes, the reason it's called in Container Park is most of the stores, restaurants, and gift shops, they were actually built inside old shipping containers. Wow, who thought of that idea? But right now, some nights it's very busy, some nights it's very dead. But if you're in Vegas, please check the Container Park area. And don't forget, pay a visit to, I don't know what the official name of the Mantis. We're going to call him Matty the Mantis here on our channel. I don't know what it'd be named on the other channels here in Vegas, but we're going to call him Matty the Mantis. Right now, between the Strip and Fremont Street. If you want good deals in hotels, do your research on everything you do. Reasons why we stayed, I made a video on this, why we stayed at El Cortez. I gave them many reasons. It's on the quieter side of Fremont Street, except on maybe like a Friday and Saturday night. The hotel room that we got on the parking garage up here, sometimes you will hear the noise uphill. Whoa! That thing shot. See? There it goes. There it goes. You got to see this. This is one of the greatest shows on earth right there. They're shooting flames. Right now he stopped. There he goes. Yep. There he goes. Whoa. You can actually feel the heat from here, guys. And we're 50 feet away. You can feel the heat. Those are flame floors on the antenna. I was really loved by Matty the Mantis. When you do book your hotels, there he goes again, interrupting this video. See? Yeah. Let's go away from this thing so we finish this video. These are our thoughts here on Fremont Street. We like to stay at Fremont Street because that's where the free entertainment is. That's where they do the live bands. You saw a couple of them on our live streams. Go back and check them out real quick if you have time for. They're good shows. All the live music is pretty good, top notch. Then sometimes Fremont Street does offer big names. And that's where the can rule will really get enforced when you open up an open can of beer. They really enforce us when they do the special events. The one special event they had the last time we were here, it was a couple years ago, they had Stone Temple Pilots here and that. So there goes the show again, the distance. Time we get there, it'll be over. But there is something that and those Mantis going off right now. Yeah, check them out. They music and what they do here at Container Park. Mantis blowing up. Just one final advice. Take advantage of all the free entertainment up and down Fremont. Take advantage of all the cheap eats. There's plenty of them. Also take advantage of any middle price or high-end dining. You find it here on Fremont Street also. It's up and down Fremont. Also, don't forget, pay a visit over to the Grand and California hotels. And don't forget to visit the only buffet in downtown as of right now. It's the Main Street Station buffet. Check out the hours for serving times and that. If there is places you can see magic shows here on Fremont, check the websites. for scheduling and prices to attend those shows. And sometimes it can sell out too, you know, and that. So, by the way, the Alcatraz we stay at is now a 21 and older casino. The Circa is 21 and older. The D's is 21 and older. And those places, and maybe over at, make sure you guys have your IDs ready, especially at the Circa and the D's. They will check IDs before you enter. Don't matter how old you are. If you're going in a body bag, like I said, I made a joke on this a couple years ago with somebody. If you go in a body bag, they'll still check your ID. So make sure you guys got your IDs. I also heard that, I heard this happened on the Strip where a foreigner was denied access to a business because he had a foreign ID. It was valid, but they wanted a current ID of some kind that is in safe, like they want to see a visa or whatever. I don't know what the policy was on it. Yeah, I think it was at Gillies when I saw it happen. So everybody who's local and knows about that situation, please leave it down in the comments down below. And the entertainment district behind me, that'll be there goes that Mandy the Mantis again in the background. But you go to those on Fridays, Saturdays, and sometimes Sunday, depending on what's going on. You will see police activity up there at the district. That's where the nightclubs are, and that's where some of the restaurants are. And when they're lining up, and maybe they're lining up, I think, they're just doing it for police awareness. Oh, one thing I forgot to show you on the Fremont Street experience, they did recently put in a police branch office on Fremont. So if you get arrested on Fremont, you're going to get sent there to get processed, all that good stuff there, before they send you off to the real jail and that. So be aware of that. If you're going to come to see the entertainment, please don't be offended by the entertainment you see. If you're going to be offended by what you see, you should just stay home. Vegas is a different atmosphere here on downtown and on the Strip. So like I said in the previous video about the Strip, be prepared for a culture shock of any kind. So I hope if you guys got any questions or advice or want to see more information, we advise you check out our local YouTube channels that talks about this. We recommend Jacob Lights in Vegas. We also recommend a few other channels like Up and Away, Turn It Up World, actually. Turn It Up World, Travel Ruby. There's a few other channels that gives you more advice than I can. I'm only speaking it based on our last 3 visits, and that's probably the best advice I can give. Take it where it may, but always, if you can get a hold of a local or watch a local YouTuber that does this for many years, we advise you check out those channels. Right now, we're going to get, this is second to our final video here in Vegas. I got one more video coming up. We're going to have Jackson Steakhouse, yes, home of the $20 sirloin. So we got into this video. Please like, share, subscribe to the notification bell. We're on our way to Jackson's. That's our final video. Until we do a later video as we're going home. How about that? We'll see you guys later.